young love. What's it gonna take? Him leaving you holding the bag?
Thing about the clients, the ones we were supposed to get last week. The department hasn't returned my calls.
You know the drill with the feds. Just hurry up and wait some more.
There's something you want to tell me?
Could be budgets. Could be 100 things.
But what I mean is the budget is the probable delay.
I don't know what they're gonna tell me they wouldn't tell you.
Would a phone call hurt? I was calling you.
There's this, like, man.
What man?
Back in the trees. He smelled.
You could smell him. Was he chasing you? It's okay, nobody's gonna get you. Maybe it's a bear.
He was walking.
Bears walk when they can't find their trucks. Listen. It was either a trapper or a bear that didn't see enough meat on you to make it worthwhile.
I was thinking of using the last of the moose in lasagna. You don't want stew again. Or steak or roast. Or should I bother?
Oh. Sounds good. Lasagna.
With moose.
Moose.
I tried it a few years back. You'll eat it?
Sure. Why did it last time?
I think you thought it was tough. It's only I get to a point. Can only make stew so many times.
Go for it.
Something different.
Catch any fish? You guys try that spot I told you?
We actually didn't get to the river.
Was the sky and woods.
Trapper or a hunter.
You weren't there.
Where were you?
Dropped in on Peter.
Didn't have stuff on.
Naked?
I left Charlie waiting. Pretty boring stuff for kids. Two old farts banging heads together. I just wanted to know if he'd heard something.
Well, I can talk to him.
No, it's okay. I put in a call to the department message machine. We'll hear when we hear.
He smelled real bad. Would have scared off anything.
Sounds like, you know that white guy, McKinnon.
Yeah, he smells bad. He wears 5 layers even in the summer.
Yeah, I'll be right there. You know a guy, Eli, in Wolverine Lake?
Uh-huh.
His brother's drunk and smashing windows.
He does that.
Well, I'll go. Not like a little action.
He's harmless.
Exactly.
Up on the Horn Plateau, they seen these lights all hovering and shit. It's the army, man, I'm telling you. Then they found this moose, dead from nothing. Even the wolves won't touch it.
So what's new? They get these moose, inject them with this junk. We eat the moose. We go haywire. Make it look like we self-destructed. Just like the Mayans. Just like the Incas.
The Spaniards killed the Incas.
Yeah, right. They diseased him, man. With outside help. Ask Charlie. They tried to feed him bogus moose meat in the group home. He knew it was bad, so he took off.
That true, Charlie Brown?
Tell you what I saw, though. In the bush this morning, like this big guy walking, but hairy and smelly.
Sounds like the Bushman.
Eli? Corporal Fletcher, we got a call. Say, that was fast. So is your brother around?
Yellowknife.
And who broke the window?
My brother. Last year. You took a while to get here.
We got a call saying your brother was drunk and smashing windows.
He did. Last year.
You didn't call?
Last year I called. No one came. You guys get lost or what?
Brenda, what's happening?
Hey, you got a smoke?
And what are you on?
Logs. You gonna bust me?
Why are you out here?
This cabin. I'm watching.
William's expanding.
These other guys.
Yeah, right. What are their names?
Ed and Mike's all they said. Friends of these guys from Wolverine Lake.
Have they got a stash?
See, like, they didn't tell me exactly. In case I ran off with it. They don't trust me.
Can't see why. Most cops would run you in for this. You expecting them back? You don't know much about them, eh? Some cops would find that suspicious. Guess you made a mistake. Shame to hold that against you. Right. Listen to me. You were hitching. I gave you a ride. You were wired, but there was no dope. Okay? Okay? That's all there is.
Brian.
It's Corporal.
You did good, okay? Just relax.
You must have heard something. Isn't that what you suggested to Andrew?
For all I know, they could increase funding or they could cut it to the bone. But if I were him, I'd prepare.
For what?
For the worst. For closure. I'm not saying they will. They got a good record, good success rate. The town's behind them, and Lord knows they got Betty Moses. And that's a good arsenal.
What about you?
I'm not against the treatment center.
I needed a place like that.
I'll make some calls.
What happened?
A perfume, a vomit, crank call, flat tire, the usual. Okay, so I get the Eli's. Turns out the window was smashed last year. So I'm driving back, and I find Brenda on the road, wasted. She must have fallen and broke her perfume, and of which the truck now stinks.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she'll sleep it off. So I drove her home. Anyway, I continue on. I run over something. The tire goes.
Where is she staying?
There's someplace in the bush, a couple of friends. So anyway, the spare rolls into the ditch. Why I'm late. There's half a foot of mud. And the bolts won't come off.
Do you think she's going to be okay out there?
Oh, she'll be fine. Well, you know, maybe a little freaked out, wandering down the road, found by a cop.
Marijuana?
Maybe spiked.
You didn't want to bring her in?
Oh, yeah, right. Right, we'll lock her up for being high. We'd have half the kids in town in there. Oh, fine. You're welcome to go pick her up. Freak her out a little more.
Why would it freak her out?
She's wired, we're cops.
Well, that perfume is strong.
Well, I guess. She broke the bloody bottle. I mean, for all I know, she was drinking the stuff. I mean, I hope that's not the case. I mean, the last thing we need is another wasteoid. Oh, man. Did you do up the lasagna? Listen, I'm sorry if I was a little short with you. Maybe another time.
What?
The lasagna. The mousse lasagna. I want the stain to set. The grease is going to be a bugger.
I'm sure you'll hear soon. We can put some pressure on.
Talking to Peter?
I ran into him, yeah.
Where? In his office? I asked you not to.
Are you telling me I can't talk to my own brother?
Not about me.
The man was out of the tree. Came out. He was hungry. With big teeth.
It's okay, Charlie. You're safe. He's having bad dreams. Some man chasing him.
What kind of man?
Scary man, I guess.
Every man's scary. Mint leaves and tea. Gonna fix some today.
Brenda been in at all?
I don't think so. Anyone seen Brenda?
No.
It's nothing crucial.
Maybe the Bushman.
Watch what you say.
Serious. In Wolverine Lake. Say they found tracks.
Oh, yeah, here's a wanted poster. 8 feet tall, poor grooming, may have several arms and an attitude.
Public stinky, #1.
As long as he doesn't come for you.
Brian? You hear something about Brenda?
No, I was just wondering if anyone had.
I could take a drive out.
No, in fact, I will. Better safe than sorry. We had some concerns. How you were after last night. Acid can do some pretty strange things.
Wasn't acid. It's just grass.
I've never seen grass do that to anyone. Standing in the middle of the road, half naked, raving, not knowing who you were, who I was. Well, thinking I was your boyfriend? Have you ever had delusions before?
I wasn't. You had sex with me.
Why would I do something like that?
'Cause you like me. How I look.
I find you staggering down the road. I drive you home. Make sure you're safe. Tell you I'll check back on you the next day.
If I'm so deluded, why'd you leave?
Well, your friends said they'd look after you.
There wasn't anybody here.
Yeah, you kept saying that. But we were all ghosts. You were the only real person in the world.
That isn't what happened. You slept with me.
I don't know what happened after I left. Or what your relationship is with your friends. You're a pretty kid. If I was single, 20 years younger. My advice to you is stay clear of drugs. They'll fry your brain. You don't want to ruin your life.
Want some coffee?
No, thanks. You wanted news? The center lost its funding and won't be open.
And you knew.
I had to call in a favor to find out. Even Betty.
Don't give me that.
You don't want to know. Fine. I didn't do this.
They're closing the center.
It's not official, not until next week.
Funny how things leak. I appreciate knowing.
You want to talk, come by the office.
Would you like me to wash this?
If it's dirty?
Yes. It is.
Then, yeah.
Plus, there's the perfume. Did she spill it right on the jacket?
Well, no, it was on the seat. But she had on the jacket.
Why?
Kid was shaking from exposure. I wrapped her in the jacket.
Exposure. It was 25 degrees yesterday.
Passed out in a wet ditch? You want to know exactly how quickly body temperature drops?
You didn't say passed out.
Hmm?
You didn't say passed out.
I didn't say it because I didn't think I was reporting. I just wish we could get past these suspicions. Talk to me before your fears run away with you.
Hi.
Mint for Charlie.
Thank you.
I'm getting old. Maybe I'm smelling other people's dreams. You remember Naga?
I remember the talk.
Talk starts from somewhere. When Angus Little Birch's brother went, they found the tracks. The two of them. but they ended in the river.
Why did they say the Bushman would come?
That's the story they told the kids when the kids were bad.
But Charlie doesn't know this.
Maybe he's come for someone else.
Gotta go a ways to find a guy with your experience, and if the job had been here, I'd have still recommended you.
Well, it's not. Funny timing. You lose a job in the morning and you get another one in the afternoon. You think that they're almost connected.
Hi. I was just wondering how that girl was doing. Brenda?
Oh, I think Brian checked. Why?
It's just, she sounded bad.
I'm sure everything's okay.
Isn't there the danger of exposure?
Well, if she'd been overnight in the bush, yeah, but...
Something you might want to see.
Brian?
Fletcher.
Just to let you know, Joe and I, we're taking a drive out to Wolverine Road. Some damage to a cabin.
Clarify location, over.
Not sure. One of the trappers. Shouldn't be long. Over and out. What are you doing here?
Well, what the hell's going on?
Nothing I needed backup on.
Anyway, there's nothing here.
A trapper was talking to Joe and he found something.
So what's this, bear shit patrol?
Not bear.
I'm gonna get it analyzed. Nothing around here leaves scat like this. There is a... Well, not exactly a sighting, but someone felt something.
Oh, someone felt something.
At least there's no bodies.
From what, slipping in shit?
From getting their necks snapped, led over a cliff.
What? What are we talking about here?
Naka.
Bushman.
Oh, I didn't know he was a killer.
He's a lot of things.
You seen him?
I don't go looking.
The door was open. Make a nice little casino.
How many psychologists does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Oh, right, a comedy club. It'd be good if you could stay. We see too many leave.
So how much does your job pay?
Pay.
Michelle's having it checked out.
How'd they tell it's from the Bushman?
Because, oh, what's in it? The chemistry.
The evil. Berries, fish, bones, and evil. You've heard of evil shit, right? Well, the Bushman shit is really it. That's what makes it stink. Charlie knows.
It's since he came. Bushman never came here before.
Man, I wouldn't want Bushman on my ass. Remember there was that family near Smith? They say Bushman came after them all, one by one. If I were you, I'd buy tickets south.
Mm-hmm. No. You gotta face your fear. Bushman don't bug me. He knows I'm bad news.
So did he give it any more thought?
What?
I thought he'd have mentioned it. Work. Counseling in Yellowknife.
Yellowknife? That's not what I asked.
With his skill, Yellowknife is a gift. The next offer might come from California. It's possible that if we get Simpson involved, Layard, Wrigley, Trout Lake, we could keep him here as kind of a counselor. Fly him in where we need him. There'd be some hoops, but it's the kind of thing they love to hear. They save money, he keeps working, and we keep his skills in the area.
Well, as long as he's not getting dragged all over the...
And I have another suggestion.
So do I, and you don't want to hear it.
I know you're having a hard time, professional and all.
You know squat.
If you plan on falling apart, do it somewhere else.
I heard remarkable things about you, but what I see is an overgrown kid spoiled into thinking he's powerful. Power isn't manipulation. Power comes from here.
Spare me.
You screwed your own life. Don't screw with mine.
I don't give a damn about you. I care about my sister.
Now, you care, huh? You can't handle her being with a guy. You want to sleep with her? Just get it over with.
What we went through as kids.
You're still going through it. At least he is.
Like you don't have enough damage yourself.
I got damage, which I carry. On my back, not in front of me.
Well, they took us away. We were all each other had.
I realized that...
No, you don't. They tore us from the bush. Everything we knew. What the hell were we supposed to hang on to?
That was then.
It was so cruel, what you said.
Somebody had to.
Okay, I'm here. Come on.
I was beginning to wonder if you were real. Or if we just invented you to make it all easier. You're pretty.
Didn't sleep, huh? Heard you moving by my camp. Thought it was the Bushman. Glad it was you.
You scared of him?
I wouldn't say scared. The guy stinks.
Like what?
I don't know. Beaver in the spring, rotten bait, worst smell you can think of.
Barf?
Rotten bait barf.
He isn't scary.
You wouldn't want him around your tent.
Why doesn't he wash?
Guess he likes his smell.
I met Brenda.
Okay, listen. Whatever she said,
She didn't say anything.
okay then. Whatever you think is going on, it isn't. Okay? It's not what you think, and it's not what you're fearing.
You don't know how much I wish that were true. First time. The second time.
Oh, that's great. That's just friggin' great. Now you're gonna drag out the past.
Except it's not the past. When I spoke with the adoption rep, she mentioned single people. That they could. That it was possible. And I'm not that they recommend it, but
You've been planning this all along.
I'm trying to feel sorry for you right now. That's the best I can do.
Listen, I think this leaving, is premature. I mean, we've worked through things before.
I won't be a martyr. Not for you.
Well, the thing is, our fears aren't always exactly about what we think they're about. Nobody's gonna take you.
Not the Bushman. Stinky goof comes near me.
You don't have to fear him.
I'm not afraid. Just don't want him touching my stuff.
Joe tell you that?
Yeah?
It's true.
I guess so.
So you leaving or what? Got no job.
New guy in Norman. Gotta be old now. Got Nachka trying to steal some dry meat. At night, they had a fight. He punched it in the nose and said, "That's my meat."
Well, what happened?
Nachka run away. The guy's hands smelled for a year.
What did he say Naka looked like?
Didn't. Like I said, it was night.
Great. The shit is inconclusive.
Maybe we should send him the pile.
See you, Joe. Do you remember Naka?
Remember one night, we were up half the night, curled beside the wall because you thought you heard him outside the window.
I don't remember that.
You were 3. I was 8. Just before the nuns took us away to school.
The thing is, now we have to let each other go.
I was just wondering what we should do. I mean, should we put the word out? What he did with Brenda?
Nothing happened.
Then, like, why'd you have us do it?
Ever heard what the Bushman does to a body?
I thought I saw a bear.
They're around.